Good morning, everyone. Hello, hello. It is London time, and it's a beautiful day here in South Africa. So I'm really happy that we finally got warm weather, sun, and my level that I was looking.
Good morning, everyone. Hello, hello.
Hey, Casey, how are you doing? So this was the level I was looking at on gold exactly. I said, okay, I wanted to see go there because the model wise, it was cycle wise. Let me put it that way. That was exactly the range that I was looking at, but it didn't do that in the PM session, right? It waited. It made another, um, let's say, well, it's consolidation, but there was movement, and now I just hit it in the 150 to 210 macro. So let me mark it. So that's a little bit of so yeah, I was now the thing is why I like this DTT, these models. Let me show you because you see this line here. That is exactly what I mentioned yesterday. I wanted to see hit 312. You see this root candle right over here, and this is the event horizon as well. And I said if price, the 658 and the 312 are basically if you have a clear market maker, if they are both near the end and the bottom of the range, it gives you a lot of information. But then again, it didn't do it in the PM session, right? And I did say I thought it might happen in Asia, but it doesn't actually. Well, is it London technically hasn't started yet, but I consider this London. But you see here, with all these confirmations here, I had quite a bit of confirmation that we were on our way from here. We would not go back down this level because of this, the way this has been setting up. And now it hit it exactly in this. So for me now, I'm sort of like, I was hoping if it wouldn't have hit and would be here, I would have a trade because then I was quite confident. We still had a little bit of a gap. This is the opening range gap that we still needed to close. But now that level has been hit, so I have to wait now for London a little bit to show me what it wants to do. If it wants to go, it could go higher, but this would have been my trade, and that was if I would have had a good entry on. Well, this would have been a good entry at 115. It used that. Remember that what we said. Another 10 subs. Yeah, it's crazy. I'm looking like, oh my god, there are more subs. You see this high value. Fair value gap, right? Because it was created it crossed the zero point 0.5 level, and we marked it as a high value fair value gap because that's what ICT taught us. And you see beautifully how it did have some consolidation into it, but then you see the clear retest, another retest, and then the run to exactly this level. So DTT, I love it because it really clarifies for me, because these root candles, they are algorithmically, I don't know how they figure it out, how they work, but it is very precise. And they're not support and resistance, guys. Do not use it as support and resistance. That is a big mistake that people make. That is not how they should be used. But they can give support or they can give clarity, but it's not support and resistance. But yeah, it worked again. Just the time, right? That's the only thing. There wasn't the time was difficult time wise because it stopped here, and then it just used all Asia to just stall time. And then I want to mark my 150 to 210 macro because that's very important to me because I am like Mether knows already and Casey as well. Casey, have you been trading? Oh yeah. I didn't even see it at the chat, but yes, he's in already. Hey, listen, I do want to point out something that I do worry a little bit about that Project X thing that's going on. Apparently Top Step now, they are sorting it out, but other companies, hey Daji, how are you doing? That use Project X, they have issues because they don't own Top Step or the Project X, with sorting out customers that have been impacted by that Project X failure on was last Friday. So I don't like it that a company. I mean, I did like TopStep as a prop firm, but I just don't like that they own a trading platform, which it's sort of like a conflict of interest. I believe so. So Casey, if you can move away from that, I just hope you can at some point. I just don't like it that they own. And now these things happening, it just doesn't sit right with me. But anyway. Um, oh, let me just close my door, guys, because we have a lot of wind and it's just blowing in and out. Give me 1 second. Here we go. Here we go. Yes. You up at you are 220 up so far taking so 1 micro. Okay, where did you get in? Long at 4136. 4136. What's your strategy here, Casey? I would be careful now, because we did hit a higher time frame level, and like I said, this level here. Let me get rid of the box. We filled the opening range gap. Opening range gap here. We are at event horizon, which is a midpoint between two N walks, which is considered a very it's a very strong liquidity point. So it's sort of like it made quite a bit of a move, as you can see here. So I would be a little bit careful now, Casey, because you didn't have we are above the AMRP level as well. So the liquidity, the range is already, we're in extension at the moment, as you can see. We hit a higher time frame PD array, which is the event horizon. And also, if the 658 and the 312 have been met, I just will be a little bit careful here. Yeah, you're out already? Oh, you took it already. Okay. Okay, perfect. I don't have to tell you that. Yeah. Yeah, so I would rather go short now on gold. 231. Let's quickly go over NQ. Let's have a look at NQ, guys. I mean, it was yesterday, the first day that I almost neglected NQ. That has been really something I haven't done for, I mean, I've been like 3 years extensively, and gold came into the picture, but yesterday it was like, NQ, no. And I'm like, oh my God, I don't know even, normally I know all the levels and what the day has done. And I was like this morning, oh shit, what did NQ actually, how did it move? And I know it had a nice move down, but I'm just a little bit, yeah, if you just start, it's like I'm giving it less attention, I guess. So, but hey, it hasn't been moving in a nice way. So look what we have here, a nice 105. Let's look at the higher time frame. Okay, we have a new 4-hour candle. So if I look at higher time frame analysis and what to expect, today's Thursday, right? So weekly profiles time as well. Let's do NQ quickly. Let's go to the daily. So we created a Tuesday high. going to get rid of this. Tuesday high. Then we had a Wednesday. We went into a interesting peak. I'm just going to the 4-hour to show you that we did go into. We closed this gap here. We went into a rejection block, but we are in a fair value gap, right? So how many points to close this gap? Let me see. How big is this gap? 72 points. Okay, I'm just thinking like, okay, if we are going to disrespect this, obviously then we're bullish, right? So the question is, are we going to disrespect this area and go higher, or are we going to go? Is this a valid fair value gap, and are we going to go lower? So it's a little bit difficult for me to read at the moment, but on the higher time frame, let me show you guys. I'm using DTT and IPTA ranges. Let me get rid of this. So what I always do on Thursday, I'm already looking at the weekly candle, and I already put down the TGIF levels, just because sometimes we can already get a TGIF on Thursday, which gives you a lot of information for Friday. So I'm already looking now, what is the weekly range, and how is the candle, how are we behaving as the candle? Now, when I looked this morning before I got on, this was a doji. There was nothing. It was just moving on. So we are moving upwards clearly on the weekly candle. So let's look at the daily. We are rejecting the daily candle rejected here. Let me just measure this quickly. Let's do a quick analysis on. Okay. Now, the people that have been with me know that I talk a lot about the 1/3s. And I always get excited when I see that. So we have a rejection block right over here on the daily. And we reject it from the 1/3. Now, sometimes what happens, if it doesn't hit it exactly, it might go a little bit lower, or it could be enough for it to move higher. But then I would love to see it, according to my journaling, most of the times when it is done, when it really is reversing, it should hit it almost exactly. So, but hey, it could sometimes not be the case, right? So for me, this is a little bit difficult to read. Why? Is it forming a fair value gap on the daily and rejecting, or are we going to disrespect this whole candle, and are we going to move lower again? Because you can see it's a little bit difficult to read now, right? 4 hours. We do have a fair value gap. So Casey, I take 5 to 10 trades a day, and I found only one to actually last over 5 minutes. I think I'm just a scalper. Yeah. So you're finding your trading identity, and that's good. That's very important when you start realizing what you like and what you're good at, and you keep working on that, and you keep improving that, and until you think, hey, I'm ready to do something new. But that's good. You're so young and already just 6 months in, so that's pretty amazing. I didn't find my trading identity, I guess. It took me more. Well, I think really I can talk in years, to be honest. Um, yes, I use the N walk. They're on my screen, Andre. You see them? The N walk is very important to me, and I stopped using the N dog a little bit, but I should incorporate them as well, especially on days that we are ranging. But yeah, it's very important, especially the N walks, and also not only the N walks, but also the event horizon, so the midpoint between the N walks, right? So, but yeah, so it's a little bit for me. I just we have to look a little bit. If I myself, I would look a little bit on a smaller time frame and then see how London and pre-market is going to play out to get more information, because I find it difficult to really read the Nasdaq at the moment. But I would say we go higher, but I don't know. It could be go first lower to go higher. You know, go because we got news tomorrow, right? But then again, um, it's hard to say now. But on a macro level, I would say okay. Um, we still have a little bit of a gap here, so we're at midnight. I hate it when we are hovering over midnight like this, because that's low probability, right? So that already sort of like, for me, it's like, okay, Nasdaq for now. I want to see expansion away from midnight to get a better feel of to trade. Let me mark my 150 to 210 macro. I want to see what happened. I'm still working on this. I don't know if people have watched and because I mark it every time, that this week it has been similar almost every day. You see the move up. I don't know if I think Mether might have noticed that it just goes up all the time, and then it creates a high, and now we have an equal high. I think we had a similar um, setup every time. Daji, that's a lot of questions. I prefer to go over charts at the moment because there's a lot to talk about. Where did you learn P&Ls? That's a lot of questions, and I don't want to be too much distracted. You know, my the Discord is coming, and I think there's more time for that and gains from all your years and experience. Um, another time, okay? I prefer to not talk about myself when we have markets to get into and maybe frame some good trades at the moment. But when there's time, you know, there will be enough time for that. So don't worry. But for now, I would rather focus on the charts a little bit and make sure that we're not missing anything, and we can. If there's not a good trade, there's enough information for us to get information for the New York session, because I won't be here for hours, but at least I hope that we can frame some logic already. So if that's okay with you, it's not that I don't want to, but I think that we have better things to do right now at this moment. So yeah, because it's Thursday and we've got news tomorrow. TGIF is coming up. We need to think to have a look. What has the weekly profile done so far, and what are the scenarios that we could expect, right? So now gold, I marked this area. I do want to go over. This is the IPTA, the 20-day range, right? We have been consolidating here, here up, and then now we have a distribution to the downside. But also here, what are we going to do? Technically, you would say the month is coming to an end, that we're going to make our way to the downside. What date is it today? 23rd. And also why I'm inclined to think more to the downside is we've got a lot of unmitigated N walks. You see all those N walks down here? They have never been touched. They have been created, never been touched, never been touched, never been touched. So, and we've got an AMRP level right over here. So I would think maybe for gold, up to go down. That will be my analysis for now. But I don't know. It's a little bit challenging, to be honest. We've got a rejection block here. Casey, look at this rejection block on the 4-hour. Mark that one here. You see that, Casey? This rejection block on the large wick on the 4-hour. I will mark that one. If you go into another long, just look at these levels and don't go all the way to the, don't take your trade to all the way to the top in one line, right? And if it rejects maybe in one of those levels, then go back into your long. Yeah, I'm not interested at all in any trade. I think we had a little bit of a too big of a move in sort of like in between the sessions to have a good London session. On a Nasdaq, on the NESI, this is the daily fair value gap. Was it the daily? Let me see. Let me check. Let me check, guys. Yes. Oh, no. What are you? Oh, it was a 4-hour. Okay. Yeah, I marked the 4-hour. Here we go. I am bullish for Nazi. But I want to pull back. This is the volatility, the measured volatility range. So this is the level we could reach. I'm going to get rid of this. So we'll go to we have to wait. Wait. I want to find a good. I think I'm going to focus on Nasdaq for now. Yeah, we disrespected this this here. So the midpoint of the 4-hour fair value, this bullet, I want to see how we are going to react at the midpoint of this one here. Or even more important, at the 1/3 level. Let's see. We already tapped into it, right? You can see here we tapped into it on the 4-hour. And now we most likely are going to go up to 0.5, 125. Okay, I think this is a nice long. You want to scalp? But wait, 249. Yeah, I just want to have a good entry, but I'm long on NQ, but I don't want to be caught in a full pullback, so that's why I'm just wait. Because we're at that 1/3 level and we're at the high of this is the previous model's high, is always a point of reaction. So, but I think it's just I just want to go long. I just want to go see over, and then I'm just going to market order in. I'm not in yet. Not yet. Not yet. And I need to open my account. I would love to see a good pullback though, but I don't think we're going to get it. I want to have a warm up long. Okay, how many points? 111. Yeah, we got liquidity here, so we have to go to be careful. And we've got a rejection block, so maybe we get a pullback in this area here. I would love to see that before we make. It's a bit too risky for me to enter here because we got liquidity here, and I just don't want to be caught in a pullback. So I'm just looking like, okay, what are the levels that could be used? And there's all these lines here that could be of significance. So I would rather see it go into here and then have a pullback and then make another move to the upside here. Ooh, nice. This is nice. Is anyone else has a bar? Is somebody in a trade already on NQ? Okay, 255. I'm just worried about this area here. How many points? How many points? Okay, I'm getting in, I think. This is 255. I'm not in my other account. I'm not in my other account yet. It's my first trade, so I need to warm up. I might be wrong because we could use this macro to retrace a little bit deeper before we go into this area here. I think I'm wrong. And that's why I love paper trading, because you warm up, you make your first mistake, and you know, okay, what am I missing? What do I do? We're creating equal highs for later in a macro. If you see that, if you create a high and like this, and I should know this, I should know this. If you create these and they're relatively equal, it's very likely that we're not going to take them out in this macro, but we'll see. So we created highs here. They are not higher than these. We have a rejection block above us, so there is liquidity before we even reach this box here. So the time is not right. It's not time. The algo is tipping us now that it's not going to make the run yet. Let's see. I'm not stopped out yet. I should do it 1 point below, but then again, it's going to go into this fair value gap, right? I mean, I need better glasses. We have a fair value gap here. We got a breaker here. Do we have a breaker here? Yes, it's a breaker. We're going to go in here, I think. It would be weird if it does not, right? I should be punished for this trade, actually. For I should be... Hello, Hamza. How are you doing? Thank you for your compliment. I appreciate you a lot. I appreciate you guys a lot. I cannot say that enough. Yes, I hope I can give some value. That's the point. And I entered a trade that I should not have entered in, but it's a paper trade. It's not on my account. I got a little bit FOMO. As you can see, if I start the day and I'm not warmed up yet, I make mistakes, and that's why I always do my first trades paper trading, because then I can feel, okay, am I awake yet? How am I? You know, especially when I'm very busy and I'm a little bit distracted, I make mistakes, a lot of mistakes, and then I learned from that. So my first 1 or 2 trades are mainly always paper trades, just to see where I am, or it's a really just one micro if I do put some money on the line. And it gives you a lot of information, and also Okay, we got a next model. There we go. And you know, Hamza, now I lost my train of thought. Daji, I am profitable. I really, I am very happy with with what I'm doing right now. But you do what you need to do. If you have something that works for you, and hey, when we have the Discord, I would love for you to, you can show what your strategy is. But everyone has their own strategy, and I guess you know what works for them. But hey, listen, in the Discord, I would love for you to show us what you are doing because it could help other people. Um, Now, this area, in all honesty, guys, it's not an easy area to. We don't have a retest of a breaker. We don't have any retest. It's sort of low probability. This is a paper trade. It might work out, but I don't consider it a good trade, to be honest. Why am I? Why is this a difficult area? Well, you see the price section is very, you know, it's very barcoding. Yes, we do have displacement here, but it did retest this breaker here, but preferably you want to see this one retested, right? Because, and we have a rejection block just above us. Let me show you. So this is low probability environment for me at the moment. This large wick, I graded it, and so it goes above, and then it will most likely reject in this area. So I'm more likely now to look for a short than for a long from here. And then later on, or wait for the for price to go back into the range and then take the long into this area up here. But I first wanted to see reject in this wick. So this wick is very important to me. I want to see this, and then this becomes liquidity. But now it's not liquidity for me yet. It's a rejection block for me. So that means I wanted to see react in this area. So now, yes, I might have a winning paper trade because we might go up into this range and then go back into it. But with with these amount of, I'm not interested in small trades. I mean, people that's been with me, they know I'm a distribution trader, and I take trades 50 points or more on NQ. And yesterday I had a winning trade on gold, 70 points one, and another runner, it was 120 points. So I get warm of those trades. I'm not really interested in this little, but I do want to showcase sometimes on stream. Like I want to get better at scalping. So Casey, you're getting good at scalping. I need to learn from you. But that's why I'm putting these on as well, because I do want to take these smaller trades, and I know people want to scalp as well and find mechanical trades which can work for people, right? And but they need to have logic. So that's why I'm pointing out this rejection block. So if people trade this area here, do not go high. Just use this 5-minute wick for your exits. Do not take it too high at once. If you see this one here, you always think, okay, there's a large wick. I have to consider that it might not take it in one time. So now you see the 15-minute wick is larger than the 5-minute one, right? Maybe we should take this one into account. So on the 15-minute wick, you see we already hit the 0.5, right? Interesting. But on the 5-minute wick, we did not. So this is a very tricky area, right? You can see that now. So when you use those wicks, so if you want to know, okay, why is it retracing or why is it going backwards? It's those large wicks, rejection blocks. ICT rejection block. I love them. I'm gonna mark. We know already in the 15 where we already over the 15. We already crossed it. So let's see if the 5-minute. Now you see the 15-minute obviously has more value than the 5-minute because it's reacting now of the 15-minute. We hit the 0.5 level of the 15-minute rejection block, and now we might go back into the range. Oh, my trade. Okay, so okay, it was a winning trade, but it was not a good. I did use the 5-minute rejection block and the macro, but am I really happy with this trade? Not really. It's not one of my strongest trades, no. I didn't get stopped out because I put my stop below this intermediate term low. But yeah, so takeaway from this was a 15-minute wick. Why this one and not, because it's the longest wick here. Rejection at 0.5, and we took liquidity here. So that gives you a lot of information, right? Liquidity taken, rejection in a rejection block. That's how you use them. And now, when you get a retracement and you have a retest of a breaker or something like that, then this can become liquidity. But you might have another pullback, right? At one of these levels here. But those will be minor if you have a good retracement on the 0.5. And you'll see that if you start journaling this, you'll see that. And you will start seeing, okay, how many pullbacks can I get or retracements when it works itself through a 15-minute rejection block? Because obviously a 4-hour rejection block, 15-minute, 5-minute rejection blocks, they are a little bit different because they are fractal, but you know they move faster the smaller the time frame is, obviously, right? Again, that makes sense. So here we go. Oh, somebody subscribed. Is that true? Thank you. I want to see your names. I know I can. Emmanuel Franklin, thank you. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, I'm not on the screen that I can see it, so I have to wait on the other screen that I am. And Andrew, thank you for subscribing. I appreciate it. We are growing and we are really building a community. The Discord is coming. I hope in this weekend I can send the invitations. So working on it, and I'm really, really excited. So, and we're all learning and growing together. So, and I just love you guys. I really do. And I cannot be more appreciative of the chat already that we have going. So, oh, I got 3 subscribers already. I didn't. I missed one, but anyway, thank you so much. Okay, so now we can see we're going over the 0.5 level. We have to watch because I'm still bullish. But it's so hard to enter on this in this area. Where are those times that we have like a nice distribution, like a really a large distribution candle in a macro, and then you get a pullback. Those times. Where are they? Um, where are those times that it is just the easy ones that is just well, it's not that easy, but we're used to it, and it was like you just wait because you get a large distribution and not like this. Oh, by the way, again, what ICT told us, if you see large candles going over these levels, they are high valuable fair value gaps. So if a fair value gap is created while it goes through one of those gradients, they're high value. So I'm sticking to the, I guess, am I on the 5 minute or the 15 minute? Let me go to the 5 minute because we got a wick here as well. Is anyone long already on NQ? I'm just curious if somebody took the long, yeah. It's going up now. It's done. It's done with retracing. I think it's really it's on a mission. Okay, I'm gonna get rid of these levels, guys. If you're in a long, I mean, just stay in. Do not get out. First percentage fair value gap here, right over here. It just went away from it. But you know what I noticed lately? If I miss a trade like that and I just let it go, then the next trade there will be a nice trade afterwards. So just let it run. There's no good entry for me. I don't really see a good entry that I can really get a solid risk reward, and I'll just wait. Hey, yesterday I also missed a trade on that gold, and I was very upset about it because there was a really I missed the manipulation move, and but there were very solid entries which because I got on and I missed them, and I got a little bit upset with myself because those were I just missed the the signatures that I actually should not have missed, and but then the manipulation move was done, and then the other trade setup showed itself, and then I got this 120 point moves, and I'm thinking now afterwards, if I would have been in that other trade, sometimes when you're done with the trade, you need to sort of like rebalance again and sort of like refocus. I might have missed that trade if I would have taken that trade. So I'm happy to just let this one go because I don't have a good entry. I hope you guys have, by the way. And again, if you're long, you want to enter below midnight, right over here at midnight. So you got entries here, but they're outside macro. But the 230, 233 is an important time. I guess below macro here, but I wasn't sure here what we're going to do, to be honest. It's hard to read. Maybe we get a pullback now and we can get in. So for me, I'm very interested until if we are not going to take this level now, we might have a pullback, 131, and we have a little gap here. I don't know if someone noticed that as well on the 15 here, 141. I'm going to mark that. Little volume imbalance. Let's go back to the 5. I'm getting rid of these here. Delete. So, hey, SK, how are you doing? Yeah, we're trying to find a good trade on NQ. It's been a little bit difficult to enter, but I think we're getting there. We've been patient. We're waiting. Um, oh, do we want to see a break, a retest in this area? Yes, we do. Now this is tricky, guys. You know why? I'm looking for a retest, but technically this could be the retest for this next move up. But let's wait. If I miss it, I miss it. How are you doing, SK? Yeah, see, it was the retest. Outside breaker, outside macro time. But hey, if it's bullish, you just sometimes you need to just. But we'll see. We're just gonna wait. Another thing, guys, I wanna show you guys that I use the first presented fair value gap. This is the first presented fair value gap of the midnight session, and you see, it's how it talking about entries. If you already have a bias and you know it's going up, you see all these retests of this first presented fair value gap. We're going to get a pullback. 5-minute breaker. What am I doing? Patience is rewarded always. Low, lower low. We're going to go here. We're going to go here. Oh, you got fever. Oh boy. I hope you feel better soon. Yeah, having fever is horrible. But I appreciate you still dropping by and say hello. But don't trade when you're feeling sick, okay? No trading. I'm just looking at some other things. If maybe we should turn bearish instead of bullish. I'm just thinking, are we going to go a little bit higher, or are we done with the move to the upside for now? Just sort of my. We are in OTE range on the higher time frame. If I look at it, we rejected in that rejection block, so that could be, we're going back to midnight as well. Yes, do not trade when you feel ill, because it's you're not fully focused, and it's always. I mean, I've tried it and I always lost. It never worked well for me. So and I hope you get better soon. Time. Let's see. I think we're gonna go below. Yeah, look. Yeah, I'm looking bearish. Yeah, Hood. Hello, hello. I'm thinking also that it hit. It has done enough. We hit OTE level. I'm also starting to turn bearish a little bit. See, we hit exactly that 0.5 level of that 4-hour. This is a 4-hour. This fair value gap. It's a 4-hour fair value gap on the Nasdaq. We hit exactly 0.5, right? Yes, exactly. Yeah, Method. I was just thinking about that, and I forgot that when I was going into those rejection blocks. You're exactly right. You entered short after the reversal. Seems to be working out nicely. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, yeah. So it's exactly this here. And there is another 4-hour. I would take it all the way down to. There are two NWOGs on the way down. So let's see. I'm also getting very interested in a short. Look at this beautifully. First presented fair value gap. It just boom. It just hit it and it goes down, right? Now we've got one here as well. I'm just gonna, I'll find my entry, but not yet. I am still working on an entry. I'm okay with that. I want to see it cross the 0.5. You're looking bearish to 24,485. 24,485. Wow, that's a long way down. Okay, so on the Nasdaq, we took internal liquidity. So I guess we're on our way to external liquidity, right? Wednesday low. Yeah, definitely bearish on Nasdaq now. I think we can all agree, right? I just want to see a larger distribution on the 4-hour candle. Hello, Selecta. How are you doing? Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I just don't like this 4-hour, how it's sort of like, it's not, I want to see a distribution move. I have not, I've been talking both ways now. That when I do that, I know I have to be careful because I don't have clear conviction at the moment. And I can see both. I can see bearish, but I also see like, I'm just not sure yet because I framed that long just now and I am just not sure. What I want to see now is, are we really, like, I don't like this wick, and we've got these, I love these flat bottoms. Hello Dottie, how are you? So this is this is like, what I mentioned that a few times, when you see those flat bottoms and you get a rejection, this is a manipulation move, and this sort of is actually bullish to me when I see this happening. Yeah. I can talk both ways now. So I know from myself that I have to wait. I really have to wait a little bit longer until I really see a clear retest of something. Yeah, you're looking at the one you went lower. That's good but look on the 5 minutes with these flat bottoms. We have the belated manipulation move, and that is sort of like bullish to me. So, well, let's see what it does at the first presented here. If it just really rejects from it and still goes down, could be. I don't really see a clear breaker, or it went down, but we disrespected a bullish breaker. So that's confusing to me now. But this is again bullish to me. Now we have little breakers here. Let me have a look at the 15 again. Yeah, we still have this liquidity here. Yeah, I'm I'm still not bearish enough. I don't know. I just have to wait a little bit. And we're, again, guys, we're above this. We're around this midnight, and I don't. And do not like it when we hover around midnight all the time. I want displacement away from midnight. Like ICT says, you want to enter long below, but you want to enter short. But who knows? We are going lower again, right? But I'm inclined to go for a long. Hey, my favorite time is coming in half an hour, my 4 o'clock, and we get always like a impulse of volatility. But I'm just thinking this might be a good trade for me to set up now. 140. We got rejection. Okay, I need to frame it. If I can frame it logically, I'm getting in. We have the first presented fair value gap of midnight. We retested it. We have a delayed manipulation on these candles. We hit the AMRP level, the minus. It is bullish to me now until this little volume imbalance on the 15-minute. So that is above this little. So this now is liquidity for me, and then this is a little volume imbalance. We've got a rejection block here. This is now liquidity, and we go up here. I'm going to go to the 1 minute now to see. $332. Who is either way we are deciding. Okay, Eugene, thank you. I just wanted to ask the question, like, is anyone bullish or bearish? But I think every time when I struggle like that, I think it's always an indication for me that I should not enter. It feels like I've been talking, I've been bearish, I've been bullish, I've been bearish, I've been bullish. But I'm happy, Method, that you took your trade and you saw, when you take those trade and you see it, you get in and you take your profit and you go from a higher time frame to the low. And it's always tricky when it does not hit the end walk, right? Exactly. It's just creating lows now. But then again, look, it's been working its way outside of the end walk, right? It taps it here many, many times. So and we've got many, you see we've got the rejection in the end walk here going up. I'll go on. Let's check gold quickly, guys. Eugene, I don't think we're going to get such a good trade on gold today in London session as yesterday. But hey, Eugene, did you see that oh, you were not here you were not here with the AM PM session. Okay, well, we'll wait. I'm happy that your model worked and that you got out and that you have a good entry point and your exit point was you didn't lose any money. You didn't give it back in a swing back to the upside, right? But this is so bullish to me. You know, the first presented of the midnight area, then we keep on bouncing on it. Then we have these flat bottoms. We get a reject. This is a manipulation to, and also a retest in the first presented of the midnight. So even though midnight is here, it's sort of like, if I look at it, I would look like, okay, if we are going to go long, we should have entered long here. Now we get another chance, and now this is another retest, which gives you another opportunity to go long. That is sort of signaling, but I could be wrong. Like, hey, this is all the opportunity giving us to go long below midnight. So I'm more inclined to be long, but I really want this first presented fair value gap to be disrespected, the London one. So once it goes over this level here, but that's too late to enter a trade. Is gold moving? It is, it sure is. Are you in gold now? Okay, I'll keep an eye on it, but we'll let it run. We will let it run. Losing gold. Did anyone took that short? Now this is the 1 minute Nasdaq, guys. I'm more bullish than bearish at the moment. We had an inversion retest here. We're above midnight. I'm getting in long Nasdaq. I'm gonna do it. I see enough. I can frame it. This is my trade. Don't. No signal. It's not a signal. Own responsibility. I'm getting in on my. I'm gonna do a micro. I'm warmer. I'm warmed up, and I'm okay if I'm wrong. But I have to be careful because I've got micro gold and MQ next to each other. So okay. Yes, I'm getting in. I'm going in with 2 micros. Okay. Inversion. Retest of midnight. We've got this. We've got that wick that has been rejected once, so I consider that liquidity now. We still have some room in the OTE level to the upside, so I could be wrong, but we'll see. I don't care. It's just it's not. I've got my stop loss is tight. And this is a 15-minute volume imbalance just above that wick. Okay, stopped out. So my stop should have been below the inversion, right? That's the mistake that I made. You see that? Execution. That's a mistake I made. My stop loss was wrong. Okay, I have to wait. If I get a stop, I lost. I've got a losing trade, so I have to give it some time. But there was an inversion. In a case like this, I should have done it here. Yeah. Ah, that sucks. I'm annoyed. I'll wait. Well, are you in, Eugene? Yeah, my stop loss was wrong. I mean, it sucks. Now I don't think I can get a good entry risk reward wise anymore now. Ah, that's annoying. Yeah, what was? I'm so annoyed. Ah, this annoys me. Why did I do that? It was still good enough. I mean, well, it's okay. They were very bullish. Okay, if I get another entry, I will re-enter. But I really need a good. Even though it's an 8-hour trade, it was an 8-hour trade, but um, so guys, really, when you have a situation like this, and it's the inversion that gives you the. So with the mistake that I made, I used this as a low, but it was so stupid because there's a fair value gap here, and obviously this is not a protected low because of this fair value gap and the inversion, which wasn't retested yet, and this was the retest here, which stopped me out by me putting my stop loss here, and I should have put it below this inversion, right? But we'll see. Maybe it's going to go lower. I think it's going to. I'm bullish, but um, this price action just doesn't give you a lot of good opportunities to get in if you really want like retests, things like that. So BPR, it's going to go higher now. It's just going to go. Hey, you're in a good trade, Eugene. What's your TP? I hope. Is anyone else? Did anyone else have a good entry. It's gonna run. Let's see, maybe the 350 macro gives me a little bit of a better opportunity. Because I'm looking at this. Let me see. No, midnight is being retested a little bit too much. It's gonna move away now. I just don't want to market order in and just go just. Also the moment I was stopped out, I should have gotten straight back in, realizing what, this is the retest. Instead of being annoyed, I did not get in. I should have immediately, okay, stop out. This is the proper entry. Retest of the inversion, and then do the stop below the inversion, right? Instead of bitching and moaning about it, I just should have really re-entered straight away, and then that I would have had a solid trade. It's gonna run now, I know, but it's still an 8-hour trade, though. I mean, let's see. Maybe with the 354.10. I think because when the 4 o'clock comes in, we get a manipulation move. We might get a fast run. I'm still a bit annoyed. I hope there's more people. No, I know, but I trade the larger moves, right? And if I miss them because of a stupid mistake that I'm not supposed to make, I just get a little bit upset. Because I like I said, this is how many points. I'm really trying to take the larger trades, and if the opportunity presents itself, it's 50. I'm just not interested if we get too higher. No, not yet, SK. I tried to take a trade just now, but I'll see if I can get a good entry again. Because I'm very interested in this move to the upside now. The macro is starting. Waiting. It's not easy. It's not an easy. Let's see what gold is doing. We'll catch gold again, but now we're giving NQ some love. Oh, everything goes in the journal, yeah. But sometimes it's also like when you make your mistake is actually your the lesson, right? And instead of this is such a beautiful retest. Okay, this is another retest of the fair value gap here. Did we touch this root candle? Yeah, also retest of this root candle. So the 0 point, you can see this is a retest of the fair value gap, but also of the root candle. So I think it looks pretty bullish still. But I can understand that people are a little bit, if you look at this price action, it doesn't look very exciting, right, to enter. Someone subscribe. Thank you. I'll see your name. While I'm waiting, I can thank the person who just subscribed. I don't see the name, but anyway, thank you so much. Okay, what time is it? 3:53. It's almost 4 o'clock. Oh, Tony, Anna, I see now. Tony, thank you so much. I have to read. If I miss it, I have to look back. So thank you so much. I love it. I just love it. Okay, 3:54. Come on. What are you gonna do? Let's quickly have a look at gold again in the meantime. Now this is interesting to see that the 15-minute did hit on the 15-minute, the first percent fair value gap of London is obviously different than the first percentage of the 1 minute. So we actually retested the 15 minutes, so that's actually bearish again. Just saying. Oh, we did actually on the 5 minute retest. Oh, we did. Oh, look at that. Okay. I'm bearish again. It's a really tricky area because we are retesting. We got a rejection block, and we are in a fair value gap here. One thing has to be disrespected at the moment. Okay, let's see. Go to the 1 minute. 4 more minutes before 4 o'clock, then we will know more. Oh, really? Actually had a historic day this week, losing, I think, never, and that was the day that we got that trade. Are we part of that, losing at least 6% a day? Wow. But yeah, I can't, at some point it needs to like rebalance itself, right? I mean, you see this flat little, this candle here? We got a little wick from the opposite side here. And around midnight again. So ICT teaches us we want to go short above midnight and long below. Now we have been more above it than below it, right? So, so I would actually, if we follow the rules, we might be more short bias at the moment, and we should have entered short here instead of long just here. We don't have a break. We do have. There's not really a breaker, I would say. So is this more structured to just a retracement to the upside? Let's see. So I never do well, in all honesty, when we hover around the midnight price. I always tend to struggle a little bit in London. I noticed that. Oh, 4 o'clock. Of course, it's 4 o'clock. Yes. Are we gonna go over this one here? Beautiful. So I want to have a look at the 1 hour. You see why price action is so difficult as well. You got the previous 1 hour candle has two large wicks, so it has technically it can go. This is a little bit seek and destroy area. If you have wicks, it goes back, and it could go back and forth between those wicks. So we reject it here, we go up, and now we've got two large wicks on the previous 1 hour candle. That is actually, for me, telling me price action I want to stay out of. Because we go into this wick, then we go up into this wick, then we go into this wick, then we go up into this wick. So, I'm not interested at the moment until we get a really clear. Now let's have a look at the GC. $150 to $210. We have higher. Let's have a look at the 1 hour quickly. I think we're in very low. I think we are in very low probability conditions. To be honest, I'm going back and forth. The only thing that I could frame now is just going back and forth between those wicks, using these wicks as you calculate these wicks and then go back and forth from them. Because we're in this 4 hour fair value gap, right? Remember? We are in here right now. So we took liquidity here. We took the midpoint of the 4 hour, but it's not moving away from it. So, but if I look at the 4 hour, I'm more bullish than bearish. Why? Because the 4 hour rejected right into this wick. Let me see what the level is. Okay, so yeah. If this is a rejection block, we could see it could go higher into this fair value gap because we rejected 50% in this block here. So I would say we could go higher. But if we look at the 1 hour, well, it makes sense. I think we should maybe target some level in this area then. But we're still below the 50% of that. So, Eugene, you know what I'm thinking? If we would have hit the 50% of a fair value gap and we're not moving away from it like we have, it's actually more bullish then, right? Because it doesn't move away from it, it hovers around it. We rejected in a 4 hour wick, and we have not moved away. Even though it's 4:05, we're moving back up. So I think we're going to get some movement to the upside, but then again, it might reject here and stay in this area for a while. So we might get some consolidation, I think. So, okay, see, it's moving up a little bit. So I think it's going to go up into this wick now. Let me calculate it. Let me take this off instead of use this one. So because we're in low probability environment, it's just going to go, it uses this wick as a rejection block. So you'll see it most likely go maybe to 0.5, maybe even 0.33 and go back into the range again. Iris Gold is going up for a buy, up to 4141. Check it out. Yeah, I'll do, but yeah, no, but I think this is valuable information. Well, I'll go to gold, but we missed that move anyway. But I think there's an interesting lesson here as well. You see the first presented fair value gap on the NASI is around 0.5. So I think, in order to scalp, I think it's good to frame these trades as well. Okay, where could I, have shorter trades? I think I would take it to 0. In this area here as a long, but that will be my exit because of this rejection block on the 1 hour. Are you in the gold selector? Did you take it? Oh, you're not. You shouldn't trade, right? Okay, let's see if it reacts at the 0.5. I'm really curious to see. So the first presented fair value gap has been hit. Let's see if it goes. You see how beautifully it reacts from this first presented. Okay. We're still in macro, but it's 8 past. We hit this first presented, so I will be a little bit careful. Extreme or car crash? Oh god, I don't hope that name is because you are in extreme car crashes, but hello. No, I'm based in South Africa, but I'm originally from the Netherlands, so I'm literally in the same time zone. But that's why I do trade London because time-wise, um, um, it's very easy. It's morning here, so how about you? So, Eugene, are you out or are you still in? Hey, Crypto Chris. No, also gold. And I'm actually, hey, we've got my neighbor, Pacha Boom Boom. Crypto Chris, I have expanded to gold. And yesterday was really good. But now, today, I'm just focusing on NQ because I sort of neglected him a little bit yesterday. And I think I think there's some valuable lessons to be learned here from this low probability environment. Hey, SMC Charger, long time no see. I was thinking where you were. SMC Charger, I believe he was number 1 or number 2. Oh, you're married to yeah. I'm married to NQ, but I'm sort of like cheating on NQ right now with gold. And I had a wonderful trade yesterday. I think it was one of my best trades ever, technically. 120 points on the runner and 70 points on the NQ and London or in gold. So I'm sort of like, you know what, and it wasn't, well, I just, somebody did tell me that gold is running now, but I do want to point out here, because it's a little bit low probability, what to look for in this scenario. But yeah, um, But hey, yeah, no, extreme crash. I've been here 2 months already, trading London every day, every day. Yeah, you haven't seen? No, I'm new, so the I guess YouTube doesn't know where to push me, what my audience is. So I guess now people are starting to find me a little bit. So welcome, and I'm starting a Discord channel, guys. So we are, besides the NQ gold, I've already made some tabs for other indices and things like that. So yeah, we're really getting to build this community. So SMC Charter, Discord is coming this weekend, latest Monday. Thank you for the compliment. So and why? Oh, YouTube just recommended me. Oh, wow. Well, I think I'm starting to get some traction because, guys, in all honesty, um, um, I just passed the 100 subs this weekend. So, and it's just now starting to. I'm not a financial. Oh, they don't push financial influencers. Um, well, yeah. So you mean everyone who's trading is a financial influencer, I guess. Okay, I got. Yeah. Well, they are pushing me a little bit now because I hear, oh, I see you in my feed. I see you pop up. Um, well, I think it's going, but it's okay. I wanted to go slow, so it's good. I wanted to grow steadily, grow into it, and so it's all good. But anyway, just saying, look at the where we rejected here. So this was too high of a level, and I guess we're going. See, like what I said, we're going back and forth between those wicks. You see, it might go here and then it goes back up again. Low probability, but yes, you're here. Thank you. I'm really excited, and with the people now that are getting in, it's just really amazing. But I guess so, guys. If it's low probability, look at those higher time frame wicks, and if you see this and the first presented fair value gap, so it pushes everyone equally. Oh, YouTube doesn't discriminate. Okay. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the Discord, and all your input will be welcome because you guys are the ones who, and then we can also communicate in the weekend and things outside the YouTube thing. So yeah, extremely excited about. And you know what? I never thought of doing it, but it was because a few people started to ask for it. But I was like, yeah, I'm so small. Who cares? And then people were like, yeah, but we would like to communicate maybe outside, and like, well, it's actually a good time to do it. But anyway, you see, let's go to gold quickly. So I didn't have a good trade on London, to be honest. Not on gold, not on NQ. But I don't mind really, to be honest. I'm getting ready for later on. Um, I think even gold is sort of like a little bit low probability to me if I look at it. It just ran, but then um, I really want to see a clear AMD and not be stuck in these. Okay, it moved up. We have a little bit of a wick here. Um, yesterday was very clear to me when we did the PM session. Because I use DTT, which is a time-based model, I said, okay, it's going to go back into the event horizon. Plus, it was also a time that was there, and it didn't do it in the PM session, but it did it today exactly in the 150 to 210 macro. And I did say, you know what, this level has been hit now for me. I just have to wait for more information. Well, it seems to be very bullish again. We have an inversion here. $3.12. Yeah, okay, so extreme or car crash, YouTube doesn't discriminate, it pushes everyone equally. Yeah, what I understood is that it just needs to get to know your niche, and it needs time to see what people like your stream, and how many likes does a stream get, or how many people stay, and retention rate, and things like that. And then it starts to know you better and better, and then it starts, because now I see more people coming in London, because now it understands that I'm here consistently and doing my thing, and people are staying. Trader Tim, hello. I trade my own account and I do prop, but mainly now I'm just doing funded next. Yeah, I like funded next because they have a rapid challenge, and you can pass your eval in one day. You don't have any consistency rules, but in the evaluation you do, or you don't, and funded you do, but they pay out every 3 days. That's the rapid, not the legacy. So yeah. What about you? So guys, I'm just not feeling it to get into a trade, to be honest. Neither on gold, neither on NQ. But I do think gold is a nice, has more opportunity if you want to trade. But I'm going to save my bullets for New York. And I also have to get used to the chat and talking, and also trading at the same time. Because I thought it was easy, because I don't mind to talk, but it does. I noticed that I am. It's a little bit. I'm sometimes late to get into a trade, later than I normally would be, and then I get a little bit. I don't have my proper risk reward, so I really need to. I love you guys, and I get very emotional, to be honest, because the support that I'm getting, I'm really like I didn't know that I would have this kind of community in such a short time. I'm just 2 months in, and the people that have joined are just it's just so amazing. And guys, I have to tell you honestly, I have been in the first 2 months there. I've started streams that there was no one here, because no one knows you, right? And I didn't give my stream to friends and family, because that works in your. It doesn't work positively, because the algo doesn't. They don't look at your content. But it was quite like, oh my God, there's no one here, and now it's just a very nice group of people already. Pacha Boom Boom, what strategy do you use on the NQ? I trade ICT and time-based models, so I look for sweeps of liquidity, but mainly also AMD, so accumulation, manipulation, distribution, and then I combine time. And when I'm struggling, it's always, if I look afterwards, if I journal, it's like, okay, either we are in higher time frame consolidation, which I'm not really. Sometimes I see that too late, but yeah, it's mainly ICT based, but I added more time-based elements, which means time-based, more algorithmic signatures, confirmations that I'm looking for. And why time? Because the algo is scripted against time. So that's why it's time-based, because for example, midnight is the start of the algorithmic day, so it refers back to midnight a lot. So if you see Nasdaq moved to gold is away from it, but as you can see on NQ, if you see NQ hover around midnight for a long time, around in the whole session, it is sort of low probability, because the algo is not ready to really move yet. It makes these little moves, like you can trade from midnight to this first presented fair value gap. That's why I show this 1 hour large rejection blocks. So it's just going to futz around between these two areas on this 1 hour candle. And that's because I will not give up selector. That is something that I never do. But then again, getting the support is just it's such a boost. I'm really excited every day, like, oh my god. And now with the Discord, I'm like, oh my, I need to set it up because then I can communicate with you guys better. I can share documentations, you can share stuff, we can talk outside YouTube. I'm just getting more and more excited every day, in all honesty. So yeah, it's just I don't think I'm not going anywhere anytime soon unless YouTube cancels me. I can't do anything about that. So I'm trying not to break any rules. I already broke a few rules, but I'm still here. So yeah. But this week is a little bit crazy because I've got a lot of errands to run as well. Oh, thank you again. I see there's more people subscribed. But I'm still trying to figure out what's the best time for the New York sessions, because I love the PM sessions and the but I also want to trade the AM session, but I don't want to be on all the time. So so I'm just trying to figure out what to do. But for me now, NQ, low probability, I'm not interested until we move away from the London session, from the midnight. Gold might be interesting. I'm thinking of trying to get back before pre-market or around pre-market and see if there's any trade. But otherwise, I just have to see how fast I can run all my errands, and I'll make a new stream, and then the times will be there. I guess everyone who's here is subscribed anyway, so keep an eye on the stream that I'm going to create, and then the time will be there. I'll post it as well, but I'll try to get back as soon as possible so I can get a good chunk of the AM session, because I've got some good models there I think I can share. But yeah, okay, I think I will leave it at that for now because I really need to do some stuff. And that will, the sooner I get it done, the better I'll be more relaxed and get ready for the AM and PM session. And I want to kill it. I really want to trade then. I really want to put up some good trades. So thank you again, guys. I really appreciate it. And working on the YouTube, I will try to also, in the meantime, before the AM session starts and between the errands, to set up the last bit of the Discord, and so I can start sending the invitations, and we can just and improve it along the way while we're already there, right? It doesn't have to be perfect, I think. So I'm going to work on that, and I'll keep everyone posted, and I'll see you guys later today. And so, thank you, Selecta, for your words. I love it. And everyone who is new, welcome. And I'm really looking forward to this journey. And it's already amazing so far. And I'm here only because of you guys. And there's no channel without you guys. So give me any input, what you want. Oh, you had a chance to watch ICT. Do you mean the videos that he posted lately? Are you watching about that? I watched them. Hey, listen, S&T Charter, Kira, that trade that I had yesterday on gold, the 120 points, the confirmation from me was because of his last video, where, or not his last, but I think the last two that he did, where he went over the daily wicks. That gave me the confirmation to take that trade, that long trade. So those wicks are just absolutely gold. I mean, those last two videos, and one of them you have to watch 2 or 3 times to really understand what he means. But I'm getting more get more confidence using them, because he just presented that video 2 weeks. I think the first one where he went over is 2 weeks ago. But I would not have had that gold trade It wasn't for that information from ICT, because it was just so guys, I don't know if everyone here is ICT based, but those last few videos what he's showing, it's just really, he's lifting the veil, and he's really, there's no fluff, he's not going into long other things, he just comes to the point, and it's really so valuable. But I'll go over it. I'll make a short of that move of London, so I can combine the information of the ICT discount and premium wicks, because it's just, I think it's really valuable. But we'll get more into that as well in on the Discord and on here. So we're gonna do that. So for now, guys, I'm gonna say bye-bye, because I want to get those errands done, and so I can move forward with the Discord as well. And yeah, I think it's, I don't know, I think it's, he said a few times he wasn't planning to share that, so I don't know what happened, but hey, and I'm like, wow, if everybody knows that, everybody's going to be profitable. But anyway, okay guys, I'll see you later today or tomorrow again, and we'll be back and we'll chat more and have good trades, because that's the most important thing, and learn more. So I'm going to leave it here, and see you later today. Thank you.